Welcome back, curious minds, to What Is, the channel where we unravel the mysteries of the universe, one fundamental question at a time. Today, we're diving headfirst, or maybe just fingertip deep, into something you feel every single day, often without a second thought. And for some of us, especially as winter approaches, it's a feeling that gets particularly sharp. What is temperature, and why does cold feel sharp? We're talking about temperature. What exactly is it? And more specifically, why does cold feel like it's poking you with tiny, invisible needles, while warmth is more of a comforting hug? Let's peel back the layers, shall we? First off, what is temperature? You probably think of it in terms of hot or cold, right? Boiling water is hot, an ice cube is cold. But on a fundamental, scientific level, temperature isn't about some magical property flowing through things. It's about movement. Specifically, the jiggling, wiggling, and vibrating of atoms and molecules. Imagine everything around you, your chair, the air you breathe, even your own body, as being made up of billions upon billions of unimaginably tiny particles. These particles are never truly still. They're always in motion. When something is hot, those particles are essentially having a super energetic dance party. They're zipping around, crashing into each other, vibrating at a frantic pace. The more kinetic energy they have, the faster they move, and the hotter we perceive that object to be. Think of a pot of boiling water. Those H2O molecules are practically doing the Macarena at warp speed. Now, flip that coin. When something is cold, those particles are, well, they're still moving, but it's more like a really sluggish, sleepy slump. They've lost a lot of their kinetic energy, so they slow down significantly. The less kinetic energy, the slower the movement, and the colder it feels. An ice cube, its water molecules are barely shuffling their feet, if at all. So, in a nutshell, temperature is simply a measure of the average kinetic energy of the particles within an object or substance. High temperature, high energy, lots of jiggling. Low temperature, low energy, not much jiggling. It's that simple, and yet profoundly elegant. We measure this motion in degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit, or the much more scientifically cool Kelvin scale, which starts at absolute zero, the theoretical point where all molecular motion grinds to a complete, chilly halt. No jiggling whatsoever. But that still doesn't explain why cold often feels so sharp. Warmth feels diffuse, comforting, like a warm blanket. Cold, on the other hand, can feel like a direct assault, a concentrated sting, especially on exposed skin. What's going on down there? The answer lies in our remarkable, intricate nervous system, specifically in specialized nerve endings in our skin called thermoreceptors. Think of them as your body's tiny, vigilant temperature gauges, constantly reporting back to your brain. We actually have different types of these receptors, some for detecting warmth, and others specifically for cold. And here's where things get interesting. Our skin has significantly more cold receptors than it does warm receptors. Imagine your body is a crowded auditorium. For every one warm person in the audience, there are probably 3 or 4 cold people. These cold receptors are designed to be extremely sensitive and quick to react when temperatures drop. They don't just register a bit cool. When a significant or rapid temperature plunge occurs, they don't just send a gentle memo to the brain. They hit the panic button. They're screaming, alert, danger, too cold. This intensity of activation is what translates into that sharp sensation. It's not a gentle reminder. It's a frantic warning signal. It's like the difference between a soft breeze and a gust of wind carrying tiny hailstones. Both are air movement, but one makes you flinch. And there's a good evolutionary reason for this. Extreme warmth can cause burns, but extreme cold can cause frostbite. hypothermia, and tissue damage that can disable or even kill you. Our body is incredibly good at protecting itself, and those sharp, pointed sensations of cold are essentially an early warning system. They're screaming at you to put on a sweater, find shelter, or move your hand away from that ridiculously cold ice sculpture. To get a little more technical, these cold receptors often involve something called TRP channels, transient receptor potential channels. Specifically, TRPM8 is involved in sensing mild to moderate cold, and even the cool sensation from menthol. But when temperatures get seriously low, another channel, TRPA1, kicks in. This same channel is also activated by things like irritating chemicals, pungent foods, and even certain types of pain. So, when the mercury truly plumets, your body starts to perceive the cold, not just as an uncomfortable sensation, but as something bordering on painful. It's no longer just cold, it's hurtful cold. This is why sticking your hand into icy water feels like 1,000 tiny needles are stabbing you. Your cold receptors are numerous. They're ultra-sensitive, and they're designed to send an urgent, almost painful message to your brain to protect your tissues from cellular damage. Our blood vessels constrict to conserve heat. Our muscles might start shivering to generate warmth. All a direct response to those frantic distress signals. So, the next time you step outside on a frosty morning and feel that undeniable, piercing chill, remember what's happening. It's not the cold itself that's sharp. It's your incredibly efficient, highly evolved nervous system doing its job. Those tiny molecular dance parties have slowed to a crawl, and your cold receptors are sounding the alarm bells, ensuring you take action to stay safe and warm. And with that, the mysteries of molecular jiggling and pointy cold sensations are, hopefully, a little clearer. If you found this exploration of temperature and its sharp side fascinating, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to What Is For more deep dives into the everyday wonders around us. And tell us in the comments below, what seemingly simple concept do you want us to unravel next? Is it the color blue, or why onions make us cry? Let us know. Until next time, stay curious, and maybe grab a scarf.